Hello Stampers, welcome to Tip and Technique Tuesday. Today what I want to do is I want to make a card using our color challenge from my team, the Cardinal Stampers. And then I have a little tip and something fun to show you at the very end. So this month our color challenge was to make a project using the retiring colors of Tranquil Tide, Powder Pink, and Berry Burst. Okay, so I decided if I'm going to be making a card with retiring colors, that I kind of would like to pull in a retiring stamp set also. So I decided I'm going to make my card using the Sheltering Tree stamp set. I love this stamp set. I'm really going to miss it. If you don't have it yet, grab it while you still can, because it makes the most beautiful cards. This tree image on here is something that you can use not only in the fall, because you can do these in like regal colors, okay, to be like fall colors. Or in the case that I'm going to do it in a bright color and make it like spring. You can also do green and make it summer. There's all kinds of ways you can do this tree for the different seasons. So are you ready to get started? Then let's do this. So here is the card that I'm going to be showing you how to make today. Okay, like I said, I'm using kind of a bright springy color on the tree to make it look like a redbud tree. Okay, I just thought it was kind of fun. The redbuds have really gone crazy here already this year. So I decided to take that inspiration from my card. So to start off, you're going to need a piece of Berry Burst cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5. And you're simply going to take it, fold it in half to make your card base. Okay. Be sure to use a bone folder so that your crease is nice and crisp. Okay. Our second layer is a piece of Tranquil Tide, and this measures 5.25 by 4. Okay. And we can go ahead and put adhesive on here and stick it down to the card front, because there's not going to be any ribbon or anything going behind it. Okay. Finally, we're going to need a piece of Whisper White that measures 5 by 3 3/4. Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with the very middle of the focal point of my card, which is going to be the base of the tree. Okay. And I'm going to stamp it in soft suede. So I'm just going to ink it up real good with my soft suede ink, and I'm going to stamp it in the middle of the card. Okay, now you'll see I did come up from the bottom a little bit because my sentiment is going to go there. Okay, so now I'm ready to do the leaves of my tree. So I'm going to stamp that in Berry Burst. Okay, and I'm just going to ink that up real good. And I'm just going to lay it over my tree branches and stamp that down like that. Okay. Now I need to ground my tree a little bit. So for my grass, I'm going to do this in Tranquil Tide. I'm just going to ink it up, and I'm going to put it mainly off to the side so it looks like it's on the side of a hill. Okay, but still be sure that the trunk of my tree is down in the grass. Okay, now just for a couple little extra things, and now's where my powder pink is going to come into play. I'm going to do the swing in powder pink. I love this swing in this set. I think it is the cutest thing. And you just have to make sure that you get it and that you put it on, and that it does go up to the branches up there. And then this set also has great sentiments in it. So I'm just going to do a thinking of you. All right. So then that is it for stamping my card. Let me go ahead and put some adhesive here so I can put this layer down. All right. Now, it is a fairly simple, basic card. So I always love to pull out my Wink of Stella on cards like this to just give them a little bit of wow, okay? So your Wink of Stella, when you pull the lid off, when you first take it off, you have to take this part off and take off the black ring that's in there that holds the glitter and the stuff inside of it. So once you have your black ring off and you put it back together, it looks like this, and it just has kind of a brush end. Okay, and you don't ever need to squeeze it once you get it started, because it just kind of does it on its own, okay, and comes out. Now, you do have to be careful when you are using it, and you're using it on a stamped image, because our ink is water-based. When you hit it with water like this, it's going to tend to smear. Okay, so you just have to be careful when you're doing it to make sure that you get it on the already stamped circles, and don't brush or things like that, or you're just going to have ink everywhere. You're going to have quite the mess of glittery ink. So you just kind of want to go through, just touch on a few of the leaves to just kind of give it the wow. And also be sure that you rub it on your placemat when you're done to clear it, so that you don't transfer whatever your last color was onto your next card. Now you can't see on this one very well because it's dry, but I'll try to see if I can. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the shimmer on here, but Wink of Stella does put just the most amazing shimmer on cards. I just love it. I love the way it looks. So another thing that I want to do to kind of spruce this up a little bit is I want to do a fancy envelope, okay? So there are a couple things you can do to your envelopes to spice them up a little bit. And of course, the most obvious thing to do is to stamp on your envelope, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my Berry Burst again. I'm going to ink up just a little bit of my leaves, and I'm just going to stamp it down in the bottom corner like that, okay? So it just kind of gives it a little, you know, just a little something, so that it's just not a naked envelope, okay? Another thing that I like to do to my envelopes to spiffy them up a little bit is to run the flap through the Big Shot with an embossing folder. So this one is the embossing folder that came out during Celebration. I think it's called Country Floral, and I love it. It is pretty, and you have to admit, it makes a gorgeous flap to an envelope. So like I said, just a couple of things you can do to spice up your envelope a little bit if your card is a little simpler. Okay, so just kind of a fun thing. So, okay, so that is it. Thank you very much for stopping by for Tip and Technique Tuesday. Please share my video so that all your friends learn how to make this card and also how to spice up their envelopes. And thanks for stopping by.